great audience with us today.
Hi, Lori.
I know, Christina and I were just saying how we haven't seen each other in a month, but it hasn't really been a month, it's been approximately 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks, which is very strange because we usually see each other 2 or 3 times a week.
The summer just goes. It's like you hit the ground running and it just goes. And what I try to do, well, I shouldn't say I try to do this, but I do it, just by whatever, my crazy psychoses. Once July hits, I start counting down the weekend. So I go, okay, now I got 7. Now I got 6. And it starts to freak me out because I just love the summer. I love everything summer. I love beach. I love summer wine. I love summer beer. I love bikinis. I love hot guys on the beach.
Oh man, some lifeguards ran down the dock the other day, and I just was like 15 again watching the lifeguards.
We are officially cougars. I got to tell you something. I was cougaring my dog's groomer yesterday.
Oh boy.
Shout out to Planet Pooch who does Lola. Andy is so adorable, and I got to tell you, he looks like Cristiano Ronaldo. So when I look at him, I can't even concentrate.
Okay. No, I'm old. Who is that?
Oh, come on. We got to get a picture of Cristiano Ronaldo.
I do not know who that is.
So I have to tell you, he starts talking to me and I just lose my mind. His eyes are so big and his lips just look so soft, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta just come back.
This reminds me of a story. Years ago, my friend Judy and I, who was at our pajama party that we did a while back, we used to babysit for this very young mom. And she kept trying to fix us up with the butcher's son.
Oh my
She kept
God.
telling us how the butcher's son was so gorgeous. He was so gorgeous. Guess what ended up happening?
What?
She got divorced and married the butcher's son.
Stop it! That is insane. What was the age
Talk about a
spread?
cougar. Oh, probably about 7 years.
Oh my God. Well, listen, I want to talk about an age spread. It's actually on my list of things to say. But before we start the show, I just want to say, I want to give a shout out to my grandfather in heaven. It's a 1-year anniversary that he passed away. He was 97 years old when he passed away. I said I wasn't going to cry, but he was such a big part of my life. I grew up with him in the same house. Him and my grandmother, we grew up in a 2-family house like old Italians do. And people go, wow, you lived with your grandparents? I'm like, it was the best life. You couldn't imagine that when you came home from school, you were literally surrounded by people that loved you. Every single day, they would kill for you. And I just miss him so much. And I also want to say he is one of the reasons I am the strong, confident person that I am, because he never treated me any different from my 2 brothers. It was never like, we're gonna go climb trees, oh no, Laura, you can't do it. It was never, you can't shoot a gun, you can't do this. It was always the 3 grandkids, and we were all treated equal. So,
Well, how fortunate you are that you were able to have that kind of relationship.
I was so blessed. And he was also the voice of reason. So here he was, dealing with 3 grandkids in the house. And even as he aged, he was always the one, like if it was my brothers and my sons, and we had, my sister-in-law, my brother is divorced, he was always just, that calm voice of reason. He, as Italian as he was, he never got Italian. You know what I'm saying? And that's a compliment, like, because I get Italian.
Are really Italian.
Yeah. So, Gigi, Gramps, Grampy, I miss you, I love you. So I just wanted to say that. 97, he was the patriarch of my family, and I miss him dearly.
Rest in peace, Mario.
Yeah, we miss him. But you brought up the age spread, and it's one of the things that I've been speaking about to one of my friends. What is the proper age spread for an aging male? So, for instance, Michael Douglas is married to Catherine Zeta-Jones, and he's, I think, 75 and she's 50. Or he's 72 and she's 46. So I'm saying, like, that's a 25-year age spread. What's the age spread of people that actually have to, like, live a life and load a dishwasher and do laundry? Because I know it's very different when you're 75 and you're coming home and somebody's actually chewing your food for you. I mean, you know what I mean?
Well,
and I happen to love Michael Douglas, and I happen to love a silver fox. It's my thing. But
I don't know. Is anything proper? It's what works for you. If you're
so
able
if
to build
somebody's
a
60 and
relationship-
somebody's 30, that's okay. You don't judge.
No.
Well, PC, who happens to be 60, so he could date a 30-year-old, and we're not going to judge.
No.
We might raise an eyebrow, but if it then works for them,
All right.
why
I'm
the
just,
hell not?
look, it's just
Why
a
the hell
question.
not?
I'm just asking. I had to bring it up because it was one
We
of those
got a lot of
things.
just asking going on.
We are going to have a powerful just asking in just a
Whoa.
few minutes, but I have a couple of shout outs. So, Judy Wolski, I love you. I hope that your cat's okay. I'll talk to you later. She was thinking she might have to put a cat down tonight, so I just want to say that. I also want to give a shout out to Debbie in Florida. I gotta tell you, we got a lot of women in the room right here, so I know you're all gonna love this. Women rock the world, because I am telling you, the women I know that work are so energetic, so passionate, so powerful in what they do. I never met this woman before. Called her up. I said, I need to look for a piece of real estate in Florida. I need to do it in 3 days. This woman had me in a car for 4 hours on one day, 3 hours on another day.
Were you in Florida earlier in the week?
I was in Florida. I told you.
a
That
week
was 2
ago.
weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
When I
Okay,
left,
okay.
when
I
I
thought
wasn't
you were saying
here.
you were just there.
No. Well, I was
Okay.
just there a week and a
Okay.
half ago when you did the
Right.
show solo. And she literally did such a great job at helping me find a piece of real estate. She did it in such a great way. You know, realtors, some of them are great, some of them are not so great. She killed it, and I was able to find something, and we'll be going in
Road trip.
Road trip. So she was just awesome. I just wanted to say thanks, and you did an awesome job.
Thank you.
How'd it feel?
It was hard.
How did it feel?
Lori's the dynamic part of this duo, and she keeps this show going and moving like the Energizer Bunny. Let me tell you something. Sitting in that chair last week
Were you sweating?
was hard
Were you sweating?
to keep it going.
I find
Fortunately, I had the help of the amazing Teresa Farrell as my guest co-host. She is in our audience today. Look her up. She's a great comedian.
You guys
I'm
did
laughing.
a great job.
And she performs at Governor's. Give us, where are you next, Teresa?
Monday night, I'm at Broadway Comedy Club in Manhattan for a fundraiser.
Broadway Comedy Club in Manhattan on Monday night. Check it out online.
And find
you
her on
can,
Facebook.
Get out
On
to see
Facebook,
that.
Teresa Farrell on Facebook.
Teresa
That's
Farrell
awesome.
on Facebook.
That's it.
So,
I'll post my dates.
Yeah, you,
fortunately, I had Teresa to banter with, and
it
but
just flowed.
well, time flies. These
Yeah.
shows go
Time
so
flies.
fast. But it is hard to be the lead.
Well,
so
you know what? It's
without
a team. It's a team
Without you.
effort.
I
So
was
listen.
shocked when it was over.
Having said that, we just want to remind everybody you can listen to us on the TuneIn Radio app. Okay. You got to like our Facebook page. You got to follow us on Insta. We have Colleen Marie doing Instagram for us now, so she's keeping everybody abreast of what's going on. And ladies, you Massapequa mamas, please, I'm begging you tonight, call in. 516-945-9099 for the Just Asking, because we want to talk to you about the Just Asking
Yes.
tonight. But we also want to let you know we're looking for guests. We got a lot of subjects we want to talk about, and we want people that have knowledge in specific things, lady-related, health-related. So right now I'm dealing with menopause. So if there's anybody out there that wants to talk about it, maybe you've had a crazy menopause that you want to
P.C.
share with
would like
us.
to discuss
Maybe you have
menopause
some
with us.
information about natural solutions and stuff like that. We want to hear from you, so please get in touch with us.
And if you have a subject you would like us to discuss,
Yeah.
please let us know. Post on our Facebook page, on Instagram. I don't know how Instagram works. I need to learn
Yeah, you
that.
need to get on Instagram.
So really, give us some feedback. We want to talk about what you want to talk about.
We want to know what you want to talk about, but we also want to talk about CBD oil is a big thing going on right now,
I'm
and
very
I want to talk
interested-
about that.
Very interested in learning about that.
I want to talk about Parkinson's, and I want to talk about thinning hair on women. Like, these are the subjects that are like affecting me. So I, I'm like, there's got to be women out there that
Of
are
course
dealing
there
with the
is.
same thing.
Of course it is.
So-
and I have something that I really want everyone's opinion on. I've made a big decision.
What? Oh, I want to hear this. What?
I gotta cut my hair.
Stop it.
My hair has not been this long in a very long time,
Why do you
and
have to
it's
cut it?
broken.
It's starting to
and-
get stripperish. I like it. What's the problem?
It's breaking. I gotta cut. It's too long. I feel like this is all useless. But as I've gone,
I think your
through
husband
Pinterest,
would probably,
well, he likes it on the longer side, and believe me, I've had Halle Berry short. I'm not ready to do that again just yet. But I want something different. I maybe want something a little bold. I've made a lot of changes, as some
I am
of you know,
dying
in
to
the
see
last year.
this.
But I've gone through Pinterest and I go, I've had that, I've had that, I've had that. I have no idea what to do. So, I'm challenging you guys. Find a picture, post it on our page. Tell me if you think I'll look good in that, and I'm gonna pick 3 of them
And
that
you're
are
gonna
my
do it.
favorite, and then I'm gonna let you guys vote.
Oh my God! Stop it! I love it. You're
Okay.
really bold.
I've been very bold with my hair. I've been one of
Listen.
those people I could walk in to a place I've never been and say, do something.
I'm gonna tell you,
now."
we need you ladies to pull out pictures of your hair, because I'm gonna tell you, I've had every single haircut imaginable.
Well, that's what I'm
I've
saying.
actually had a shaved head like Bobby. I've actually had my hair, I've had.
Halle Berry's about the shortest.
I
I've
had
done.
a really bad perm, and I had to shave my head.
Wow.
And I gotta tell you something, it was
I'd
not
have gotten
easy.
a wig. I'd have called Stephanie Jones for a wig.
So
before she
listen,
had-
we're gonna take a quick break and we're coming back with the Just Asking. I'm gonna pour a glass of wine because to talk about this subject, I might get a little Italian, I'm warning everybody.
And we're also
And that bomb
gonna
might be dropped.
we're also gonna have Christine's Corner when we come back, because I know you've been wondering what these delicious looking things on the table are.
And they smell good too. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Roger,
And I'm Steve.
and we own this house together.
Zap My Tax was so successful with our tax grievance.
We saved over $1,700 in our first year alone. And now we're signing up again.
In fact, we are so happy with Zap My Tax, we decided to save even more money and use Zap My Insurance as well.
Zap My Tax and Zap My Insurance. Two great choices and two great ways to save money.
Hello, my name is Christopher Rathbun from Big Kahuna Productions, where we are artists first and photographers second. If you'd like to book us for our services, please call 631-245-9417. Until then, back to the Living Room Show on Strong Island TV.
Welcome back to the living room. All Christine and I want to know is, do we look bloated? That's all we want to know. Do we look bloated?
This
Do we look
humidity
bloated?
is
Can you see
killer.
the cellulite on my thigh? That's all I want to know. So listen.
That is a short dress.
Is it really though?
Whoa.
My legs are actually short.
Well, you pull it off.
I love you, Chris. You have to see my bikini. I don't know that you'd like it. It's very close to a thong.
Lori's determined to get me.
I'm
in
going
a
to get
thong.
Christine in a thong. By the end of
I'd rather have a
2008,
panty line than.
I am going to tell you right now, the proper thong will not make you feel like you have anything up there. So at the end of the day, end of 2018, you're going to have a thong on, and we're going to take a picture of it.
Oh,
I'm not
Take
lying,
that
it's going to
bet, it ain't
happen.
happening.
Look, she didn't want to come on the couch. When I asked her to do the show with me, she's like, I don't know. A month later, you were swinging in here, flipping your hair, you had all sorts of shit going on. You're going to get in a thong. I know it.
She's changing my life, people.
Okay, so this is, I'm going to go slow with this subject because I have to say, stay namaste. So,
Is that how you say that? I always
namaste.
wondered how you said it.
Namaste. So, I posted something on Massapequa Mamas group, and it was about asking women if they were married and another woman, and I said single, asked their husband to go on a bike ride or go on a hike, you know, if that was inappropriate, would they let their husband go? Would they be okay with it? Blah, blah, blah. So I want to give a little bit of the backstory because I didn't give all the details on the post because it's hard to, some things just don't translate. So here's what, all right? Anybody who knows me knows that I am out in the open with everything. I am not a prude. I've had women sit on my husband's lap. Doesn't bother me. My husband happens to be hot, but that's besides the point. Been married 25 years. But I had a woman reach out to my husband. She's not a good friend of ours. She's just a friend of a group that we socialize in, okay? I hang out in a few different groups. One of the groups I hang out in is a running group. And I run with about 40 different people. And I gotta say, mostly men. There's about 8 girls, the rest of them are men. So I have my own experiences with having male friends, and we have a common bond. My husband is not a runner. So this woman was reaching out to my husband on multiple occasions, asking him, this is a different group now, asking him to do things. And not in a, you know, overly aggressive way, but, you know, hey, you want to sign up for a bike ride. Now, I was an avid biker for many years. I have a neck injury. I can't really bike 45 miles at a clip anymore, so which is why I'm a runner. And so I don't really bike to that level anymore. So I could see why he would want to go on that level of a bike ride because I can't do it anymore. So I really didn't have a problem with that. Then it was turning into she was going to give us something like a big ficus tree, and my husband was going to go pick it up. But after he was going to pick it up, they were possibly arranging to have a drink. I don't know who offered to have the drink first. So let me finish because I know you're already spinning it. And then we were all together in another group, and my husband was taking my dog for a walk, and it ended up to be like a 2-hour walk with this particular girl. It doesn't matter that she happens to be attractive and happens to be probably 10 years younger than me, and has a habit or a history or a reputation of doing questionable things, you know, with different men in her past. None of it bothered me. None of it bothered me. until this is the camel,
Cross the line.
I'm gonna tell you what crossed the line. And I didn't send it to Bobby because I didn't want him to put it on the air, but I happened to pick up my husband's phone, and there was a picture of a sunrise with a smiley face in the sand to my husband. And I felt that
Okay.
we were all in, I felt like we were all in a group text, and I felt like that picture should have come to the group text. I couldn't understand why that picture went just to my husband. There's a million reasons why it could have. Supposedly we were all sleeping and they were all the only two up at 6 o'clock in the morning. My husband happens to be a complete gentleman, and I absolutely trust him 150%. I thought the girl was out of line. Christine is having a glass of wine, and she's not even being asked to do it.
She's getting ready to tell you.
So, no, because I thought all of it was okay until that picture of the sunrise, because I felt that that was a very, like, I'm thinking of you, you know, it's good morning. So I flipped Italian. I went Italian on this girl.
Yeah.
And I caused a little bit of a scene. And, you know, my husband was upset because he felt that I might have thought that he was doing something inappropriate, and he felt like I didn't trust him. And he...
Aspetta, come on.
And so that's the story. And I just also want to say that while my husband was taking a walk with her, he said, you know, my wife's not going to be into, like, me taking a long walk with you. Like, this is not going to go over. So that's the most detail I could possibly give.
Okay. Well,
I'm interested.
we put this out on social media. A question similar to this.
400 responses.
Unbelievable.
400.
With a lot less information than you just gave. And
I didn't
little
say anything about the
surprised.
bad stuff. All I said is if a woman wants to go for a bike ride or a hike,
Right.
how do you feel about it? I
Right.
didn't say any of the other stuff.
Right. So we're going to talk about this at the end, and are just asking. I'm going to have our guests weigh in their opinions on this. And
Ladies,
I was
are you listening? Because I'd
surprised-
like you to call in. Where are you?
516-945-9099.
Massapequa Mamas, you out there? Because you had a lot to say today, and I really want you to call in.
So I'm in a relationship with my husband for close to 40 years,
Yeah.
and I, you know, each of us do things without the other. I'm reminded of a time though I met my attorney and good friend, kind of my brother from another mother. We worked
And
on
I
a
hang out with guys.
Yeah, we worked on a fundraiser together. We met at a bar to start planning this fundraiser, and two of his neighbors happened to walk in. Well, if looks could kill, I'd have been 10 feet under
Yeah.
because they thought, what is going
Where's
on
the
here?
scarlet letter, baby?
And I remember kind of laughing. I'm like, but it's Jim. It's like my brother. My husband knew I was with him.
Well, there's
And
a
I know his wife,
whore in
you know.
3R.
So
Like you
to
said,
me,
good
it's like-
fellas. There's a whore. Janet Rossi is a whore.
Yeah, you know, it kind of wouldn't bother me because Dennis and I are pretty secure. But we got big
Am
reaction.
I insecure?
But what you just described, yeah, no. There's a line there. There is a line, and she was looking for something, no doubt. So, on that note, we're going to talk about it more at the end.
She was fishing.
For sure she was, for sure.
And I just want to say something. I think it's very disrespectful because, truthfully, it's disrespectful
It was.
to the wife to even suggest that you want to cultivate a private relationship with somebody else's husband. It's just disrespectful, in my opinion. I had a guy reach out to me on social media over the last 6 months, and he said to me, you know, not marrying you was the biggest mistake I ever made. And I answered it like very like, you know, I'm sorry that you feel that way. If your wife ever saw this post, she'd be devastated. The bottom line is, it's disrespectful, right? To a happily
sure.
married couple, that's disrespectful.
For sure.
I'm glad we agree. I didn't know that we were going to agree because
Okay.
you were saying,
Well,
you were saying that.
the more information. You got to have full information here.
Well,
before
that's
you
the
can
thing.
really speak
So-
to something.
so-
We got to talk food though.
Yeah, we're going to talk
We
food.
got to talk food here.
All right, I got that off my chest. I feel better that
Okay.
she agreed with me. I thought we were going to be on the floor and she's going to be choking me. No.
Thank God that's over.
First of all, this is very nice.
So let me ask you one more. Wait. Let me ask you one more question about it. So do I now that it's over and we've talked? Do I now forgive this person and just move on and act like it never happened?
I would be arm's length with this chick.
Okay.
I would definitely be arm's length with this chick. That could be
Who
that
said-
could be my Italian, never forgive.
coming off.
I tend to not forgive so easy.
Okay.
And scars remain with me. But
Okay, good.
anyway,
All right. You like this wine?
I do like this wine. Where did we get this from?
You know, PC picked it up.
Where'd you get this wine?
I didn't need
It's delicious.
eight
You don't
inches
know?
to
Okay,
open it. It's
really
pretty good. Yeah. So what do you got there,
Anyway,
Chris?
I think it really goes with what I have in front of me. How many of you see those tasty videos come along on your Facebook
All the
news
time,
feed,
all the
right?
time.
And they look delicious, and you share it, and your friends are commenting when you're making it so they can come over. And then we never make it.
Yeah.
I actually made one this time. This was a tasty video for cheesy chicken fritters.
Looks delicious.
And they were very easy. And I have some pictures of the ingredients. If you can
My
look at
first
them made
question
here. They are
is,
cold.
my
but-
first question is this, is it bikini approved?
Well, it is low carb
Okay.
because I did make a few adjustments. Most of you know I don't eat grains. I keep my carbs low. I'm gluten free. I'm mostly dairy free as well. These do have some cheese in them. One I made without mozzarella, and some I made
It's
with
mozzarella. What kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
guinea
but
are you?
people don't get it.
Mozzarella.
People don't get it.
It's mozzarella.
So anyway, you start with some mozzarella.
Yes.
And some chicken cutlets. I think we have some pictures of the ingredients. Okay, that you dice up.
Bobby's back there eating one.
You dice up the chicken cutlets, a couple of eggs, some grated mozzarella, and
Parmesan?
salt, pepper, Parmesan, garlic.
I say Pete, it comes in test one. I can't eat it. It's not bikini approved.
Okay. Yeah, but it's low carb.
All
So
right,
if
give
you're
me a
not
bite,
eating
give me
carbs,
a
it's
bite.
okay.
Protein.
I want to
And
taste it.
Protein.
You mix
Smells
these
delicious.
together. This one might not have the mozzarella. This one
This
I think is
smells
without
delicious.
mozzarella. It's got just Parmesan to keep the dairy low. And the sauce is just
Oh my
avocado mayonnaise. Hellmann's make these new line of mayonnaise. The avocado mayonnaise is delicious.
This is delicious. But let me ask you a question. Is this whole chicken?
I diced up chicken breast.
This is delicious.
And again, we're waiting on those
I would
pictures
eat this
to show
all
you
day
the
long.
ingredients and what we do. So you mix all of that up together. You form some little patties. I fried them in a little bit of coconut oil. You can use olive oil, whatever oil floats your boat.
She's making me eat, so I shut up.
I tend to use coconut oil, and they are really delicious.
This is delicious.
These are the ones here that have no mozzarella. They're much better
We
hot.
got Peter. Maybe
Lisa,
you
you
need to
wanna
pass
come
this
along
around
and
to
try?
the audience. Yeah, you gotta let that go.
Really,
This is
really delicious.
excellent,
I don't know what happened
Christine.
to our pictures, but you get the idea. I'm gonna
And this
put,
goes with beer as well, right?
Well, later on, we have the owners and operators of Flying Belgian Brewery with us, a local brewery in Oceanside, New York, here on Long Island. And I'm going to ask them about, do you pair beer with food?
Absolutely.
The same way you would pair wine.
Absolutely.
There's our ingredients. We got our pictures there. So you can see the chicken, a little mayo is in there, a couple of eggs, dill, garlic, salt, pepper.
Absolutely
Mix
delicious.
it all together, fry it up.
And you know what-
You have
you know-
these delicious little patties.
But you know what I think is great about this too? You can serve these cold, so you can take them on the boat. You can take them to the beach, right? Because this is not warm and it's
No,
delicious.
these are cold. I think when
It's
they're hot, they're
absolutely-
kind of gooey.
Absolutely delicious.
But
I love them.
You can see the photos there running, and let's pass these around, see what everybody
Pass
thinks.
them around, baby. Pass them around. I want to ask you one other question.
Go
Well, I
ahead.
guess we're going to be heading towards the break again.
Take a look at the pictures. We'll chat while the pictures run.
I just wanted to ask you a question. You know, we talk about pretty much everything here, but we really never get.
so good.
We never go politics. I just happened to catch a glimpse of The View today, and
Mm.
Whoopi Goldberg, and she was like on fire, bashing, you know, like almost bullying President Trump. My question to you is,
Nothing new.
do you think that we should go political at all or not at all? We're not.
I would just as soon avoid politics.
Yeah, even
with our
between you
show.
and I mean, I always say I'm not smart enough to discuss politics, but what do you think? We shouldn't have any guests on that talk politics?
I'm going to have to think about that one.
Yeah. It's boring.
Yeah, okay,
Boring.
people in the background are going, it's boring, and I guess you see it everywhere. You know, I think we tend to, well,
We keep it a little
love-
lighter.
We do keep it lighter. We do love to tackle important subjects. We've talked about coming out. We've talked about breast cancer. We have some shows coming
Oh,
up.
we got some great shows
about
coming up.
bullying and the
Let
plight
me-
of veterans.
Final question before a break. Do you think it's inappropriate, because we're using that word a lot today, it's inappropriate to bully the president on TV? Like a host of a show, like, it's on you, it's on you. Whoopi Goldberg was like really getting crazy.
You know, I don't like bullying in any respect of anybody, and I
But
think
is he
it's
a
really
bully?
okay. It's,
Is he a bully too, like
I
the way
think
he
he's-
does it
I
on
think he's
social
a-
media? You think he eggs it on?
well, I think he loves to poke the animals.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't know. I just think it's okay to disagree, and we should. He is the president of our country.
So we should
and
have a little bit more
simply
respect.
the fact that he is the president, whether you like him or not, he deserves the respect of the office.
All right, so we're coming right back. We've solved that problem. Christine and I are like in full agreement tonight. It's crazy. It's almost like
Maybe we need a break more often.
Oh my God! Because we're usually on opposite sides. So we're coming back, and our first guest when we come back is going to be.
Oh, our first guest is going to be Markella Malafas. I'm choking on my chicken fritter here. And she
That's
is a
what you get
makeup
for
artist.
eating.
Yeah, exactly. She is a makeup artist, and Miss Colleen Marie, our new bitch on the board,
I
is
love
going
it.
to be her model. Markella's going to show us a daytime look, and then she's going to leave the set, come back later with a nighttime look, and show us how to all look beautiful.
I love it. I
We'll be
love
right
it.
back.
We'll be right back.
You heard? Laura's neighbors saved thousands of dollars on their property taxes by using Zap My Tax. But her husband filed with the other property tax grievance company. He'll never make that mistake again. Laura went to zapmytax.com and got the savings she deserved. Zap My Tax, saving Long Islanders money on property taxes for over 25 years. Look for us in your mailbox or call 631-889-5500. Or you can sign online at zapmytax.com.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Larkin, owner of Red Penguin Books. We are a book publishing company, and we work with authors of all genres. Whether or not you've written a book or whether or not you want to write a book, find us on the web at redpenguinbooks.com. And thank you for joining us. You're watching the Living Room Radio Show at Strong Island TV.
Welcome back. You're watching The Living Room at StrongIslandRadio.com, and we are filming in Paradise Studios in Massapequa. And it's time for our first guest, makeup artist Markella Malafis, and her model for the day, Colleen Marie. Hi, Colleen.
Hi, thank you so much for
Be
coming.
careful.
Thanks for
Love the
having me
mic.
on. Oh, then we don't
We
need
have
this.
to.
My bad.
So, Markella is going to show us how to do a quick 5-minute daytime
Yes.
natural look face. And then she's going to come back a little later showing us how to do a nighttime face for a fun night out.
So basically,
Markella.
hi, nice to
How
be
long
on
have
the
you been a
show.
makeup artist?
So 10 years this year, 2018.
You
yeah.
do not look like you could be doing this
I'm
for 10
I'm
years.
gonna be 30 in October, so I'm
Wow.
29 currently.
Wow, you
yeah,
say
I
Don't
Here's
started
glow.
my middle
Okay,
son.
don't glow.
Listen, age is just a number. I don't believe in any of that. It's how you feel, you
Yeah,
know.
it's all
I'm
fun games
17
until you
at
hit
heart.
50, okay?
And makeup is all about enhancing the beauty that we have no matter what age we are.
Totally. I believe that if you feel good, you look good. So
I
it's
totally
about
agree
just
with you.
enhancing what you have gorgeous blue eyes, you have gorgeous blue eyes, you're beautiful. I just feel like whatever features you love about yourself, let's play those up.
Okay.
So
So how are
we're
we going to play it up with Colleen
We're gonna
today?
do a little bit of a natural look on her. I already primed her skin. I put some primer, some moisturizer. We did some.
This is natural.
She woke up like this.
Colleen, you look so innocent, but I have a feeling once your makeup is on and that black dress goes up, it's just it's a whole nother scene.
You're gonna be my helper too. You're gonna hold my brushes for me. So basically, when you're doing a natural look, what you want to start with is colors that you'll find in your natural skin tones. So like soft oranges or tans or beiges, even soft browns when you're tanner.
Is
are
that
perfect.
Anastasia? Can you
This
tell us what
is-
products you're using?
I
Naked?
love Anastasia Beverly Hills.
Me too.
Honestly, I have every single one of her palettes
Palettes?
in here.
I've
You can
never
pick
used
and choose.
Anastasia makeup.
I use
Oh,
Anastasia.
it's really beautiful. Not only her eyeshadows, but I do particularly love her eyeshadow. So I'm going in. This one is the Soft Glam. It's the newer.
Oh, it is
one.
Anastasia.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It's the newer one, but honestly, I have the Mario one in there, the Modern Renaissance. They're all beautiful. I'm gonna go in with some of these. You see, they kind of look orange.
Yeah.
But skin tones are all peach. So they actually come out really natural. So you just pick one kind of tone. You would want to go a little bit darker. So would you, because you're a tanner. So we're gonna.
I'm
close-
Irish, I'm
I gotta be honest with you, this is nothing.
But still, you're tanner than Colleen.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
a
she's
sun
Irish.
worshiper.
Close your eyes.
She's
So
Irish.
am
And this
I.
is moisturizer with tint.
Oh my God. With tint.
With tint.
I got you both beat.
I'm
That's
a
kinda
sun goddess myself.
Listen, you're
Oh,
the
I need
beach
to
every
catch
day.
up.
I'm a
So
beach
you're gonna
bum.
close your eyes for me. So what you want to start is you always want to start like in the crease area over here, because when you open your eyes, open for me. That's the area that you're gonna see. So you don't need to go heavy. Close.
Is this the same? Now, I always joke about the age because Christine and I are a little bit older. So does it matter if you're older? Like, is there anything you should do different?
Honestly,
Because
when you're
basically she wakes up gorgeous. We got to work at it.
No, you're all gorgeous. When you're older, the only thing that I recommend is when you're doing shimmers, you want to put them only in very specific areas. If they're near an area that has a lot of fine lines or deep set lines,
AKA wrinkles.
wrinkles, it doesn't sit well.
Okay.
It actually enhances them.
Yes.
So stick to mattes, and if you want to do a shimmer, like straight in the center of the eye is great. Any area of the eye that is more wrinkly is not good for shimmers. So the center of the eye is really usually flat on everybody. If you have crow's feet, don't put the shimmer there. Put it closer to your cheek. But same thing if you have deep pores, shimmer is not great.
good
so I
thing
just
for
think,
I'm thinking avoid shimmer.
and you know what?
When you're a certain age.
I don't avoid it.
I'm thinking just
Really?
don't go out until about 11:30 at night. It's all good.
I don't avoid it. I'm just very careful about where I put it on an older skin. Just avoid the line areas. Not only, no, I don't even mean that. Not only on anyone that.
Listen, between the crow's feet and the hump on my back, I'm gonna walk out there like,
Stop
you know.
it. You guys are being
Ringing a
too
bell.
hard on yourselves. So what I
Aren't we our own worst critics?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. And a lot of like what I stand for, because I know makeup can be like a fake thing. Like I don't want that. I want people. I like to use it to help the person have a little more confidence. I think any tool, exercise. I love yoga. You guys had my trainer on. Like anything
Erica.
that's
Oh, she's
Erica,
awesome.
Yes, anything that can help you feel more beautiful, I think is great. And that's really what I like to spread. Like love yourself first. And everything else that you can use to help you enhance that is good. But, you know, it's not about being fake or hiding anything. It's just about feeling better.
Yeah, and your
That's
brows
right.
also look awesome.
Thank you so much.
Are they microbladed?
No,
or-
they're not. I have them a little grown out now. I need to do that.
They look great.
Thank you so much. But I definitely filled them in. I put pencil. I put Anastasia Beverly Hills clear gel. You know,
Okay.
you can just like brush it straight up and out. I already did Colleen's brows, but I can always show you
And what
guys
about a
later.
lip color for a woman of a certain age?
So I think you can do any color, but personally, even though I'm wearing a bright lip, I do love like a faux
Yeah.
where it looks like it's your natural
Yeah.
lip color.
What lip color do you have on?
So right now I'm wearing MAC Processed Magenta.
I have
It's a lip liner.
It's awesome.
And you put it
Yeah.
on your whole lip.
I put it. I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of lip liner
Yeah.
as lipstick.
Me
'cause
too.
It stays on all day.
Yeah.
And it's matte. I mean, I do love shimmery, but matte lasts longer.
Yeah.
And the matte lipsticks I find really kind of crust.
Yeah, like
on
my
your
lipstick
lips.
right now is getting all crazy.
No,
Mine
it looks
doesn't
good.
last, and I'm a big natural nude kind of lip. Whenever I put color, I feel that it doesn't work for me, that it's not suitable or doesn't. I can't pull it
It's
off.
not appropriate.
You
That's
know,
the word
so
of the day,
How do you deal with
appropriate.
clients who maybe want a look that you don't feel is suitable?
Well, I'll always be honest, but I really do believe in pleasing the client. If it's something that's really not complimentary on them, I'm gonna be honest. You know, I had a client who wanted blue eyeshadow, blue liner. She was the mother of the bride.
Ooh.
Close your eyes to me. It was just what she was comfortable in. She'd been wearing it for 30 years, you know.
And her gown was blue too.
Her gown was blush actually, but I did
Oh,
try
see?
it for her for the trial. And I just said to her, you know, at first we did what I thought, and then we added her blues.
Okay.
And I said, you know, I just don't think it really compliments you. It makes
Yeah.
you look a little bit dated. And she listened to me. So
Good.
I want the client to feel good. I want them to feel comfortable. But I am always going to say my professional opinion because you want to look good.
And it's makeup; it washes off, so you
yeah,
can try.
exactly.
Can I just ask you a question? though?
Absolutely.
The younger girls today are so gorgeous, and I'm not even kidding around now because I joke around a lot. They're so beautiful, all of them, including yourself. When I was your
Including
age,
you ladies.
well, when I was when I was your age,
Look up.
you know, I had to wear makeup. We didn't have great hair. Like I had a bad perm. I mean, I had acne.
Oh, I
you
remember
know?
The
her
80s
days.
were really not kind to
But
women
you
when it came
girls
to
are
fashion
so
and makeup.
gorgeous, like right out of the gate. Like I don't ever see you girls having like an awkward year. So why are these girls so
I
heavily
mean-
into makeup and stuff?
If you see some of my 3rd, 4th grade pictures, I had some awkward years.
But I guarantee beyond the age of 11, you were getting your nails done, you had makeup on, you were getting
we
your
didn't
hair
At
do
that
done.
that.
age, I was.
That's what I'm saying.
we
I
didn't
didn't,
do
I didn't
that.
get my first manicure until I was getting married.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are.
I was
So-
28 years
Yeah.
old.
I think we need to do a whole show about all these beauty things, the different things that we've gone through the years. But I'm checking the clock here.
All right, so we're going to be
And-
back with another look, right? And your
Perfect.
finished
We'll
look.
take it to nighttime.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Colleen looks beautiful, very natural. Her skin
It's like
looks
porcelain.
flawless. It's absolutely flawless.
And I've been
I
to
hope
the
it
beach.
transforms on the table.
She's like pissed. She's like, really, if anybody
you got a
deserves
great
wrinkles, it's me.
We will be right back with Flying Belgian Brewery. They're going to tell us all
I
about
can't
craft
wait, I want to
beer.
be here. I want to be here.
I want to be here too.
We all know how important it is to shop local. Christine and I are here right now to talk to you about Long Island Loyalty. Long Island Loyalty is a company created for people and businesses to shop local and support each other. When you go into a store that's participating in the Long Island Loyalty program, you will get 10% back on your card from any purchase that you make. Christine was showing me today the app. All you have to do is download the app, longislandloyalty.com, and when you go into a participating vendor, they will scan your app and put 10% back on your card. Right now, Christine's got a balance about $45.
I'm saving to get my hair done because there's a salon that I go to on here.
It's really important to shop local. www.longislandloyalty.com. Download the app, find them on Facebook, find their website, support local businesses. Thank you so much. LongIslandLoyalty.com.
Hi, we are back. You are watching The Living Room, coming to you from Paradise Studios in Massapequa. As promised, we have the owners and operators of Flying Belgian Brewery, which is a local craft brewery that is located in Oceanside, New York. Mary Askin and Kevin Connolly. Thank you for being here.
Hi,
Thank you, it's our pleasure.
Thank you. They brought samples.
Wouldn't go anywhere without it.
So tell us, what is the definition, first of all? What makes a beer a craft beer?
Well, craft beer, I mean, you could go by, there's an official definition of craft beer, which means independent. They define it as small, there's certain criteria for it. I mean, there's no real definition of craft beer. What's a beer that, somebody makes out of passion, I guess would be, when you really look at it, and I don't know that you can taste the passion, but I like to think you can. So, craft beer is usually not macro big beer.
Okay, I feel the same way
not
when I
Budweiser.
cook.
Not naming any
taste
names.
love, but the love is in the cooking, right?
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
kind of the same.
Absolutely. So let me ask you a question. Your brewery is in, you said, Oceanside. Who would ever think it?
Oceanside, part of the reason I give a shout out to my my brother brewery, if you might want to say, Long Beach Brewery. So we are sharing space. And
Are you on Lawson Boulevard?
Lawson Boulevard.
I saw it, yes. We're past there.
There we go.
Right by the place with the car, Laura.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. So, I didn't think about it originally. I'm from Belmore. I wanted to be in Belmore, but I love the location that we have. It's a great location. It's got high traffic, but it's a nice space. So I couldn't be more excited about it, and I'm glad to see.
This isn't your career from day go. How long have you been doing this?
I've been brewing for 15 years, professional. The company, as I was thinking about it today, we just got our license 3 years ago, so we're a 3-year-old company.
So what did you do before this? Like just a little bit history about you. You were
I have a long history. No. So I don't know. I'm an engineer.
Okay.
My wife might say I'm an engineer by genetics, and I don't. And I would also think that she might say that's not a good thing. So I have at this point a pretty varied career, and at one point my career took a dip. And I was looking for jobs, and then I was also looking, how can I get this brewery that I've been thinking about for the last 10 or 15 years.
You wanted to do something you love.
Yeah, so long story short, opportunity arose for me to start it at a small enough scale because it's not a cheap proposition, and I wasn't ready to roll the dice on our whole house to start a brewery.
I'm sure your wife appreciated that.
Yeah, she did. Although we're, she's we've gotten to where we're at now, I don't know, so.
Yeah.
It was cutting into her pocketbook.
It still is. Yeah, it still is. I feel bad for the effect it's had on her, but.
But that's great that you were able to realize a passion of yours. I'm sure it's like midlife for you. You have children. They were.
Thank you for the
grown or
midlife.
something?
Yeah, I think it may be.
Listen, we're all in our own
Again, as an engineer, if I look at the curve, I'm on the down slope.
Away. Mary, what do you do at Flying Belgian Brewery?
I am a co-owner.
Okay.
And I mostly handle the sales. I handle, interviews with prospective
So
employees.
basically, you go biking and hiking together.
Mary works hard. Mary does a lot of the networking. She does it really well.
Becky and Jimmy are quite happy to have us.
How did you guys become partners?
I actually stalked them a little bit.
You did?
I live in Belmore. I went to buy some beer one day, and Steve at Belmore Beverage was like, "Oh, these guys live in Belmore." And I'm like, "Oh, I brew a little bit on the side. I love beer." And I said, "I'm going to find them. I'm going to ask them if I can work for them." So then I met Peggy at a beer festival, and we just started talking. We hit it off, and next thing you know, 2 years later,
You were there.
That is great.
I happen to love beer. I don't drink as much of it as I would like to because, and maybe you'll pop a myth for me, but I always think it's more fattening than wine. So I always try to go for, something a little lighter. But I love a good cold beer, especially on the beach. It's like my favorite thing. It's like a meal to me.
So let's talk about the
crack
beers
one.
that
Yeah.
you make. You guys make Belgian beer. What makes
Oh,
it
Belgian
a
style.
Belgian style beer?
So that's a good question. Today in beer, the big thing is the IPA. So IPA is extremely bitter. Okay, some people love that.
What does it
My
stand for?
husband likes
IPA?
IPA is India Pale Ale. So just to give you a little history for those that don't know, back when the British Empire, they would ship the beer from England to India. The hops, the bittering part, that has a preservative quality, so it wasn't making the trip. So they would throw a little extra hops in. They would actually put it in the keg and ship it. That became a style.
Okay.
It's kind of interesting. About 10 years ago, I had the original IPA. It was very good. It's not that hoppy. Now things have evolved to the point where they're extremely hoppy. They've taken the hoppy part of it and made it somewhat extreme. So a lot of people really like the IPA. So I say this to say that's the big style. Most of the places you go now, you're going to get an IPA. You're going to get a hoppy beer. The Belgian is a little bit the opposite of that. So more of the malt, what makes up the underlying base of it, the malt. It's more malty, not a lot of hops. It has, I hesitate to say this because people get the wrong impression, but it has a little bit of fruity taste.
Oh, see, that's the kind of thing
Yeah,
I like.
yeah. A lot of
bourbon
people
beer.
who like wine, I also have a lot of people which I take
Cheers,
as a,
cheers.
baby.
Is there a
Thank
reason? Is there a reason we're drinking out of
yeah, have a
this,
sip and I'll give, yeah.
this type of glass?
Yep, tulip glass.
Delicious.
It's so smooth.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
I'm not a beer
I love that
drinker.
it's
I
illegally
could
blonde
drink-
is the name of it. I
Yeah,
love
I
it.
wanted to ask you, where do these fun names come? Because your other one has a great name too.
Salvation
Al-
Alamode.
Alamode. I mean,
Yeah.
it made me think it tastes like ice cream.
Yeah, so that I give credit mostly to my wife. She does a lot of the, I don't know, some of the creative, I'll say. So the Illegally Blonde was a group session, and it came out.
really
Chris,
good.
lift your glass.
It's really good.
This is really delicious. We have to get a photo up. And I love these things.
I would take the photo, Brian.
Colleen's a little busy. She can't take a picture.
This is
This
absolutely
is really, really
delicious.
good, and I'm not a beer drinker. I love it.
And I get that a lot, actually,
Closer,
which I
Lord.
take as and I'm a lefty, as a left-handed compliment.
So why are we drinking it out of this type of a glass?
So the tulip glass. I just want to say one more thing to
Yeah.
give also more credit to my wife, and I'm really proud of the work that we've done. And
I
know
already like you now.
I torture her with some of the wording, but also we describe it as a dark Belgian blonde with brunette highlights.
Oh, I
And
love
people
it.
love that. People love that.
I
Very
love that.
clever.
That's
Very
really
clever. Yeah.
creative.
Dark Belgian blonde, brunette. Wait, say that again.
What's that?
It's a dark Belgian
Dark Belgian
blonde.
blonde with brunette highlights.
I
Brunette highlights.
absolutely love
Yeah,
it.
Perfect.
yeah,
You
I
got
really
So
like
how
it.
many calories is in this glass?
Oh, you don't want to know?
I don't
Ugh.
really.
Yeah, yeah.
Carbs.
200?
I don't. Well, the carbs I don't look at. I mean, I know. Yeah, let's go with 200.
Is that bad?
Well, listen, honestly, I haven't looked at it, but it's
Is it that like 300?
no, I don't think it's 300. I really haven't looked at the number in a long time.
Okay.
But it's 8%
But
alcohol.
you know what?
It's pretty easy to
Everything
figure
in
that out.
moderation, right?
Yeah.
Everything in
A cold-
moderation,
a
right?
cold
You're
beer
enjoying
and a hot
yourself.
day.
Yeah.
I serve beer. I have a lot of parties at my house. So
Yeah.
should I buy it warm and then cool it, or should I buy it cold and keep it cold? Like, what's the proper etiquette, the best serving thing with the beer?
Yeah, I don't think it really. At the end of the day, and I may get crucified. I don't know that it matters.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're gonna find a lot of most of the places that I'm at in retail, it's not in a cold case.
So,
you're gonna buy it warm anyhow and then chill it.
Once it's cold, though, it should stay cold, not get warm again.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the listen.
It's
You know,
not the end of
one
the
of the things
day.
about Belgians is that the Belgians kind of, when you really look at the beer styles, it's almost all about breaking the rules and not following them.
Okay.
So I like to follow that with the Belgian, and I am a stickler sometimes for rules and details, but when it comes to the beers,
So
I don't
is
know,
this-
drink it, enjoy it.
This
you know,
is the smoothest beer I have
it's a
ever
very
tasted.
smooth beer.
Now, do you
Yeah.
have other flavors, or is this?
We do.
Okay,
we do.
so what
yeah,
kind of
so
other
the only,
flavors do you
right now,
have?
this is the only thing I have available because of the kind of the transition from Farmingdale. So we were in Farmingdale, we're moving to
Oh, you
Oceanside.
recently moved to
Do you,
Oceanside.
do you
Yeah.
like a dark beer? Because I love a dark beer.
I do have a dark beer.
I
We
love
do have a
like
dark
a-
beer, Curly Tail Ale.
Oh, you do?
And named after our dog.
Oh, and does it have a big head?
Yes. It does. It's been it's been such a long time since I've had that beer, but it does. Yeah,
Yeah,
it has.
I love
It's a
dark
little
beer.
dark.
Dog has
Yeah,
a
it's
big
a
head
Belgian
as well,
Belgian Double, which is one of my favorite styles.
Is dark beer have more calories than
No,
light
that's a
beer?
myth.
Okay.
That's a myth and misconception. It's also a myth and misconception that it has a bigger, stronger taste.
Yeah.
It may have more flavor.
Yeah.
You know,
Just
but
a different flavor.
and in fact, you know, I believe Guinness is actually not that high calorie.
I love Guinness.
Yeah, it's a great beer. It's a great beer. Yeah.
I love it. So
Yeah.
why are we drinking
Stouty,
out of this glass?
The tulip glass. It's Belgian style. You know, is there a history for it? I actually, you know, don't know. There's a lot of there's each with individual types of beers. You can have the right one. That just goes with the Belgian. I personally love the styling.
I love it.
Of it. You know,
It's delicious.
it'll help keep the head in. There's a lot of stuff that we could say about it. At the end of the day, to me, it looks good, and I like. Personally, I like
I
when
love
it
this
looks good.
glass.
It helps my enjoyment.
It's
I
pretty.
love it.
Thank you.
I'm all about presentation.
Me too.
Right,
And
presentation.
when I make food.
Do you think?
and-
Do you think that you should put the glass in the freezer or no? Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
What's the best degree to serve a beer?
This one is about 40, 45-ish. Actually, a little warmer, you know. And then the same with wine. If you chill it all the way down to 32, you're going to take almost all the taste
Take
out.
the taste out.
You know, and again, back to the difference between craft and the big beers. You
So
know,
if you-
that's why they want theirs really ice cold, because the flavor. You know,
It's not so good.
Not
I
so
don't
good.
want you to
So
taste
can you
it.
buy on your website?
You can't buy on the website.
Okay,
It's
so we
that-
have
it's
to
in a-
get your beer.
You can get a lot of places locally, actually, and local here to Massapequa, Chow Baby.
Oh,
They're
wow.
an excellent
Really?
customer of ours. Yes.
Piqua Beverage.
Okay,
Piqua
Piqua
Beverage.
Beverage.
Going into the tap room. We're going to be delivering to the tap room.
Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome. I
yeah.
love the tap room.
Other beverage stores, Belmore Beverage, East Meadow,
What
Long
about the-
Island,
are you in the Good Life?
Levittown. We are not in the Good Life.
You gotta get
we
in
are
the Good
not.
Life.
Tell the
We
good
don't have a
life.
good
Call
life.
the good life.
I
don't
will,
wanna call
because
the
this
good
is
life.
Good, the
excellent.
Good Life, FYI, you gotta get this beer. It's delicious beer.
I'm gonna look for this for my husband.
Thank you
'cause
so
I think
much.
he would love it.
So
I really
tell
do.
us your website anyway, just so that we know where we can find you and at least find where you are.
All right, so I have another partner who's lesser now, but he created the website. I say that because I feel like there was a sale on letters. So it's www.flyingbelgianbrewery.com.
All right, well,
Yeah,
that's a
so-
great name. Okay, we're going to give all the information on our page, the Living Room Radio Show. Colleen, when she's done getting her makeup, will update the page with the information. This is absolutely delicious, and we thank you so much for coming on
Absolutely,
and
our
sharing
pleasure.
it with
Time
us.
goes
Thank you
so
so, and we
fast,
wish
right?
you the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Because
so
you know
much.
what? Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Thank you. Good luck to you. Beautiful.
God bless. This is
excellent.
really,
It's
really good.
really good.
Thank you so much. Oh, we're gonna have
Our time flies. It's almost 10 to.
all right, so we're gonna
Oh, I
have
thought we were at
Colleen come up
commercial.
on. Do you want to sit with us, or we want to? What do you
We
want
got to
to
bring
do?
Colleen back.
Are we
now.
on? I think we're live.
You're live
We
right
are
now.
on.
Hi guys, we're
Hi, guys.
live and we're disorganized.
We'll be right back after this commercial with Colleen.
Hi, I'm Roger,
And I'm Steve.
and we own this house together.
Zap My Tax was so successful with our tax grievance.
We saved over $1,700 in our first year alone. And now we're signing up again.
In fact, we are so happy with Zap My Tax, we decided to save even more money and use Zap My Insurance as well.
Zap My Tax and Zap My Insurance. Two great choices and two great ways to save money.
So we're gonna do a quick flip here.
Hi, we are back with Markella Malafis, who has been
Not
making our Colleen Marie more beautiful than she already is.
Let me see. Oh, you look fabulous.
your
We went
eyes.
drama. You know, you remind me of Colleen. You remind me of Madeline Kahn. Does that make sense?
Who's Madeline Kahn?
Oh, God.
God, I'm freaking
Sorry, I don't know.
I don't know. Is it Madeline Kahn or is it the one that in Young Frankenstein? No.
Alan Kahn's in that, not Terry Garr. You think of Terry Garr?
Oh, Terry Garr! Terry Garr! That's what I meant. That's Terry Garr. Oh my God! I'm showing my age.
Beautiful.
Oh,
I'm showing my age, but that's who you
Yes,
remind me of.
you
We're
are
gonna
very
Google a
much-
picture of her.
Very much like Terry Garr.
You look so beautiful.
So
Daddy,
tell
she's-
us.
Did you put lashes on your eyes?
I did not.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, but because we had a timer, she has the longest.
She
She has the longest lashes I've ever seen in my life. All I did was curl them and put mascara on.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is
I am
awesome.
last challenged, as you can see.
Well, we have little individuals for you. Don't worry.
Absolutely adorable. So why don't you tell us
Yes.
where we can find you, how we can find your services?
So actually, I'm in Belmore too. So we're all neighbors in
Oh,
here
that's
today.
awesome.
Yeah. So I have a studio in my home in Belmore that my
Okay.
clients are welcome to come to, or I come to you.
Okay.
You know, brides have me either at their houses, hotels, regular clients, or sometimes even proms. They need me at their home. So I'm like totally accommodating to whatever.
So how's the best way to find you?
Best way to find me is Instagram, Facebook, email. So Instagram, Makeup by Markella. Facebook Makeup by Markella. I have a personal Instagram as well, Markella Malafis, or email makeupbymarkella@yahoo.com, or call me. I have my number listed as well.
Okay, and
Or
again,
text me.
Colleen's going to update the Living Room Radio Show page so we can get that all going on. We want to invite our other guests to come on the couch, and we want to do a little bit about just asking.
Could I just ask Markella a question?
Absolutely.
Just
I'm
real
just
quick,
watching
tell
that
us
live.
how you gave this drama
Okay,
to give
yeah.
Colleen this nighttime look.
So really easy. I just took, because she has blue eyes, mauve looks really, really good with blue eyes. So I took some warm browns and mauve, and I, close your eyes for me. I went through her entire lid, and then I put the shimmer, like we were saying earlier, just right in the center of the lid. And the darkness that you're seeing is really the eyeliner. So I took a pen liner and I drew a wing, and look up for me. I also took a black liner and I just did her waterline as well as some eyeshadow down below, and a little bit of black eyeshadow just to soften that waterline. just to soften the wing liner, I just ran it right over it, very light amount, and that.
So it doesn't look harsh.
So it doesn't look harsh, exactly.
Now, Colleen has big, beautiful eyes.
Yes.
I have small eyes. Waterline, not a good idea.
Exactly. So for you, we would do, look up for me, the under eyeshadow, right under your natural lashes, and a white or a beige or nude liner in your waterline. That'll make you look more doe-eyed. For sure.
Great information.
That is
Great
awesome.
information. Thank you so much.
We want to have our other guests on because we want to do a few minutes before we
We're gonna
wrap up
scoot
because
over.
our clock goes really fast.
The time, I cannot tell you how fast this hour
It
goes.
flies, it flies. And we
Poor
also
Peter.
want to make
In the
sure
background.
that we can get our guests to do other things in the back. So really quick, I just want to go around the room. Every show we do a hot topic, and we like to get our guests.
We've got a lot of hot topics going on.
Our guest opinion of what we were talking about. So you heard my story about the girl trying to cultivate a private relationship with my husband. So really quick, I just want to go around. Married, single?
Married.
Okay. Children?
Not yet.
How long have you
but
been
almost
married?
10 years married.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really? So
I got
how-
married
I
young.
got married
Young.
Wow.
I got a good one.
How would you feel if that happened to you?
Listen, I would definitely be jealous and fishy about it, but I'm very about being open and communicating, so I would kind of turn to him about, well, how does he feel about this? I'm all about, like, you're two separate people who coexist. So I would just turn to him completely, be like, how do you feel about it? Are you bothered by it? You know, what are your feelings? And, like, be honest with me. You know, what's going, is there something more? And, like, be real. So
But do you think people know it's
tough.
something more if it's before it's something more, or is
Yes,
Because
if you're attracted to somebody, you know right away.
And also, I also feel like, you know, old school, younger generation is a little different. But in my generation, when a guy asked you to go for a bike ride or a guy asked you to go for a hike, it was a goddamn date. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
It was
no.
a date.
Well, Colleen,
it was
you're
a
a
date. Now
single
dating
woman.
is different these days. So if a guy, if you were married, well, let's face it, you're a single
You're a
girl.
single
Do you ever
woman.
want
Would
to
you
build
approach
a
a married
relationship
man?
with a
Unless
married
he was like, we had a deep friendship
Yeah.
before he was even married,
Yeah.
that's different.
Okay.
Like, hey, I'm going out with, Joe.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
So you're not loving it. You're not
No,
feeling
I'm
it.
not loving it because, no.
Mary, are you single or married?
I'm married.
Okay. How long?
15 years.
Okay. So
What do
you're
you
like
think
with
about
us.
Daughter. My husband actually has a beautiful friend that he goes out to lunch with, his childhood friend.
Oh, childhood
Yeah.
friend, different story.
I have no problem with that. If it was some woman just like trying to like text him and all of a sudden spark up like a yeah.
You
I
don't have a problem with it.
We have Kevin and his wife here now.
Oh, yeah, no.
No, you
All
don't like it.
My hackles are up. I get all the understanding stuff. Every instinct I have says no.
All right, so
There's ill intent. 25 years.
Yeah, same with me. Same with me.
Yeah.
So hands down, bitches. You're single? Stay away from our men. You've been warned. Don't mess with him. I'm Italian. It can get crazy.
Don't mess with us.
Thank you,
Italians.
guys. Thank you
for
so
being with
much
us
for
on the
coming to the
Living
Living
Room.
Room Radio Show.
See you next week.